Mark, Becky, Ross. We're glad to have Becky back.
Yeah.
She was out yesterday. Her son had an appointment.
Yes.
Did it go okay?
It was great.
Okay.
Yes.
There was a little nervousness,
There
maybe.
was.
I'm nervous at 51 every time I go to any appointment, it feels like. Okay.
Yeah, so we go. He's meeting with a teacher, and that's why he was nervous, because he didn't know it was like a teacher. He thought he was going to the doctor and was going to get the vaccination or something.
Oh, yeah. I'd be nervous about that, too. Yeah.
But initially, he's like, don't leave me by myself. And then he sees the place, sees the teacher, and he's like, okay, bye, Mom. Okay, bye.
Okay.
And then I go to pick him up, a few hours later, and he looks back at the teacher and goes, am I going to see you again? And she's like, I don't know. And he goes, I want to see you again.
Oh, he did have a good time.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
Ready for some good news?
We are too.
Here's your positive difference story of the day.
All right, so it's graduation season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going up on the stage, big cap and gown on. And Chloe Huddle, she was included in this. She walked across the stage at the Grand Canyon University. This was on Friday. Mm-hmm. She received her degree in educational studies. And it was pretty cool. One of the loudest supporters in the crowd, his name was Alan Kent, and he's a retired firefighter.
Okay.
He was out in Colorado Springs doing some firefighting stuff out there. Chloe said afterwards, it just means the world to me that I have so many people here to support and celebrate me in this big life moment. But the story doesn't actually begin here. Alan actually met Chloe 21 years ago when he helped deliver Chloe into this world.
No way. So was this one of those like emergency situations?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So Alan, the firefighter, he said, as we approached the scene all those years ago, we got out and we heard a mother upstairs screaming. And I was like, I think we're going to have a baby. And just minutes later, Chloe was born. And Kent literally became the first person that ever held Chloe.
Wow.
So Chloe's story became very special after Chloe's mother returned at the fire station with her newborn daughter just to say thank you to Kent. And that honestly sparked a very special relationship between Kent and Chloe.
So they stayed in touch.
They did. They actually made a pact as well. The pact was that Chloe would celebrate all of her birthdays at the fire station.
What?
And all of these big life events, graduation, anything like that, Kent would show up, no matter where she was in the world.
That's
amazing.
really pretty
so
awesome.
Cool.
You ready for this part?
Okay.
Chloe's getting married this summer, and Alan already knows exactly where he'll be. He's going to be right there, cheering her on once again.
That's amazing.
Man.
I love that so much.
That is so cool. What a bond.
Isn't that so special?
That's so cool. That is our positive difference. Story of the day.
Real people, real life. The KLRC Morning Show. 90.9 KLRC.
All three of us back around the breakfast table this morning. I didn't even get to tell you this because it happened while I was gone. Congrats to you and Heidi. Happy 1 year dating anniversary, Ross.
Thank you.
So sweet.
Ross and his
appreciate
girlfriend
that.
have been dating for a year.
It's a big accomplishment.
It's awesome. You guys are great. You're such a fun couple.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We had dinner at my grandparents during our 1 year, and my grandma looked at me and she goes, hopefully you guys can have 100 more years together. And I'm like, that's sweet. Do not curse me with 100 more years. I do not want to be on this earth
Roughly
until I'm
120 years old. That's so fun, though. So you're into it now, huh?
Yep. So
How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good. We've been doing a lot of fun stuff recently. We kind of have that that thing of, man, it's so easier for us to stay at the house and watch movies and all that. But we've kind of been putting ourselves out there a little bit. We went to Tulsa the other week. We did a little picnic dinner at the park and played some disc golf a couple days ago. So we've just been getting out and about, and it's been fun doing that.
I don't know anything about struggling with doing the Netflix and chill thing, Mr. Introvert. So I'm actually really glad you said that because I'm like, yes, man, that stuff matters. Like getting out of and once in a while watching a movie or whatever, that's great.
Yeah.
But doing something where like, hey, let's go discover each other in some way.
Yeah.
Experience something together that can't really happen sitting on the couch just watching a movie.
It just seems like you're being more intentional with your time when you're like, let's go out, let's go do a hike, let's go explore a city together. I took her to the art museum in Tulsa. She loves art. Let's see what your favorite type of art is, at this museum. It seems more intentional than, I guess we'll scroll on Netflix for 30 minutes until we find something that I guess we can agree to watch together,
Right. Yeah. No, I think that's really smart. That's really wise. The hard part can be like, okay, so what else are we going to do? And especially if you don't have like a blank checkbook with a huge, like, hey, we can go out to eat anytime we want to go, right? Or pay for it. So that might be interesting this morning just to talk about like what are some other things you can do with that person in your life that you don't want to just sit around and just watch a movie with.
And we live in a pretty cool area too where there is a lot of things that you can do on a budget.
Okay. So we'll get you and the rest of us some more ideas this morning. All right, so if you have an idea of what can you do other than Netflix and chill, because we all know that this is not always a good idea. Share it with us. Call or text us, 800-909-KLRC. That's 800-909-5572. 90.9 KLRC. Morning. It's Mark, Becky, and Ross. So Mark was today years old when he learned that there might be alternate meetings to Netflix and chill. I thought it just meant you sit on the couch and watch Netflix. Maybe drink a soda. Thank you to one of our listeners
you poor
who
sheltered boy.
has now opened up my mind to other interpretations. It still holds true. My statement to Ross was like, hey, I think it's awesome that you and your girlfriend don't want to just Netflix and chill. Find something to do to, go out and explore the outdoors.
Because
find some creative
you're not
dates.
married and that isn't appropriate for your season of life.
Yes.
And not that it's happened.
I just reiterate. Don't Netflix
That
and
is
chill.
everything
I think
we're trying to
stay
away from.
Yes.
And Lord willing,
I appreciate
staying away from.
I applaud that, support that. I
Thank you,
cheer
Mark.
that on.
So that's why we're asking for dating ideas
Yes.
that take Ross and his girlfriend outside of watching television.
Right, they just had their 1 year anniversary.
Yes.
You guys have been dating for a while now, and it is whether you've been dating for a year or you've been married for 20 or 30.
It's fun to get out. Do other things.
And it's easy to fall into the rut of like, hey, let's just watch a movie.
Right.
And then let's just watch a movie again. And instead of that whole let's go experience something together that's going to help us see each other and learn each other in some other way. So we've been looking for some fun, creative ideas.
This is Rose.
Rose, you have an idea for us?
I do. So if you're nerdy, you could play board games.
Oh, that's true.
I love
There's
some
a
board
lot
games.
out there for two people,
Yeah.
right? But another one that makes it a little more interesting, that's like a board game, is buy a mystery game, a murder mystery.
Yeah.
I endorse this message.
That's awesome. Do you have to get like a whole group together for that?
No, they have some that are for two people only.
Have you
really?
tried this?
Yeah,
Okay.
That sounds
they're
really
great.
fun.
I didn't know you could do
They're
that with
great.
just two people. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a great idea, Rose.
You have to search for them, but you can. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys have a great day.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
It's Mark, Becky, and Ross. So Mark was today years old when he learned that there might be alternate meetings to Netflix and chill. I thought it just meant you sit on the couch and watch Netflix. Maybe drink a soda. Thank you to one of our listeners
you
who
poor sheltered boy.
has now opened up my mind to other interpretations. It still holds true. My statement to Ross was like, hey, I think it's awesome that you and your girlfriend don't want to just Netflix and chill. Find something to do to, go out and explore the outdoors.
Because
find some creative
you're not
dates.
married and that isn't appropriate for your season of life.
Yes.
And not
So
that it's happened.
I just reiterate. don't Netflix
That
and
is
chill.
everything
I think
we're
find
trying to stay away from.
Yes.
And Lord willing,
I appreciate
staying
that.
away from.
Yeah.
I applaud that, support that. I
Thank you,
cheer
Mark.
that on.
So that's why we're asking for dating ideas
Yes.
that take Ross and his girlfriend outside of watching television.
Right, they just had their 1 year anniversary.
Yes.
You guys have been dating for a while now, and it is whether you've been dating for a year or you've been married for 20 or 30.
It's fun to get out. Do other things.
And it's easy to fall into the rut of like, hey, let's just watch a movie,
Right.
And then let's just watch a movie again, and instead of that whole let's go experience something, together that's going to help us see each other and learn each other in some other way. So we've been looking for some fun, creative ideas.
This is Rose.
Rose, you have an idea for us?
I do. So if you're nerdy, you could play board games.
Oh, that's true.
I love
There's
some
a
board
lot
games.
out there for two people,
Yeah.
right? But another one that makes it a little more interesting, that's like a board game, is buy a mystery game, a murder mystery.
Yeah.
I endorse this message.
That's awesome. Do you have to get like a whole group
I
together
do.
for that?
No, they have some that are for two people only.
Have you
really?
tried this?
Yeah,
Okay.
That sounds
they're
really
great.
fun.
I didn't know you could do
They're
that with
great.
just two people. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a great
You have
idea,
to,
Rose.
You have to search for them, but you can. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys have a great day.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
We have been chatting about ideas that we could have for Ross and his girlfriend to go out on dates that require no television,
Right.
anything but a television.
Yep.
So we've had a suggestion around board games earlier.
Yep.
And then it's-
that one was a good one.
Yeah, and it sounds like we might have gotten another one.
And these are really good, not just for Ross and his girlfriend too,
anybody.
right? Because
Yeah.
it's so easy to fall into that trap of like, hey, what are you going to do? Let's watch
right.
a movie.
Yeah.
Right. Instead of, no, like what's going to cause us to make a memory
Yeah,
Right.
have some discussions.
together in some way. If you want to join the conversation, call or text us 800-909-KLRC.
Hi, this is Paul. I've got a good one for Ross and his girlfriend.
Okay.
Ooh,
What you
let's
got,
hear
Paul?
Hit some of the big flea markets around town, the ones in Tawnytown and Rogers, and you get a little bit of history by going through and looking at some older stuff.
Paul, I actually really love that idea. Me and my girlfriend are big thrifters, but we have not tried a flea market yet.
Yeah, all these ones, like there's a couple really big ones in Tawnytown, and there's one big one, huge one in Rogers, and then there's two huge ones in Neosho.
That
It's
is-
only an hour from here. One of them's in a grocery store. It's huge.
It's awesome.
That is so fun.
So yeah, get outside the box and you'll see a whole bunch of those things around. They're kind of fun to go what we call go junkins, what we call it.
Go junkin'. What's the coolest thing that you and your wife have found going junkin'?
Yeah. I mean, and because it doesn't cost anything unless you find something you just can't leave there without. But, you have to just use discernment on that.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
Hi, this is Erin.
All right, Aaron, you said you had an idea for Ross and his girlfriend?
I do. So it's kind of a piggyback on his statement that they love to go thrifting. So go to a thrift store and close your eyes and walk with your hands out. And when your significant other says stop, that's what you're wearing on the date.
That's awesome.
Well, you like compound on it too, right? So like search for food near me under like $10 per person, and then scroll until someone says stop, and then you stop, and that's where you're eating.
That's so
awesome.
fun.
Really fun.
I love that. Hey, thanks for sharing this morning.
You're welcome. Y'all have a blessed day.
Every story told that ended with a miracle.
While I was gone in Nebraska last week, I heard you guys had a great conversation about the what's your why when it comes to being a follower of Jesus. Man, people had some great thoughts too.
They did.
I was listening to it driving back on the podcast. I was like, man, that was really, really good. And then I came across this from, it was a Nebraska softball player who they're now playing in the same tournament that the Lady Razorbacks are playing
cool.
in, getting ready to this weekend, which is pretty awesome. And she was talking about her why, and I thought, man, this is really pretty cool.
You know, they talk about a little mustard seed of faith, and like I didn't even know if I had that, but the Lord, He saved me 100%. Like, people ask you, like, oh, how do you know God's real? How do you know Jesus saves you? Da, da, da. I'm like, I looked at my life without Jesus, and I see my life now with Jesus, and it's completely different. Like, it was black, and now I see color. The joy that I have now, and like what I'm doing now for like my last year is just, I'm just trying to have fun. I'm trying to have so much fun and just play with a joyful heart, because I know that like the joy that I have isn't circumstantial. It's not from playing. It's not from hitting a home run or making a diving play, but it's the joy from the Lord. And like, He sacrificed so much for me and for every single one of us, and like, He already won. So what I'm doing is just fun. What I pray before the game is that when people see me play, that they see Him, and they see His grace and His love and His freedom, and mostly His joy. And like, that's the biggest thing that I have for myself this year. And we've kind of been talking a lot about it as a team, is just joy. Like, it's just so cool. Like, you know, it makes me emotional, like thinking about like where I was to now, but that's just God. Like, that is God 100%.
And that's so good.
She clearly articulates exactly how I feel.
She nailed it.
Yes.
It's kind of like that "Where Would I Be" song that we've been playing. That, like, man, where she said, I used to see in black and white, but now I can see in color. And like, I'm never going back to that again.
I love it.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
Happy birthday!
Let's go! 1, 2, 3, go! HBPY,
Hey! Happy birthday!
It was okay because I know you guys didn't do it yesterday.
We tried.
Yeah.
It's way better when you're here. All right. Dance party complete. Now time for the Marketplace Grill Birthday Bash. It's Tuesday, May the 12th.
Happy 22nd birthday to Gabrielle Meehan in Siloam Springs.
All right, and I love a good adoption story. And Jacoby Hook, 17. Happy Gotcha Day in Bentonville today.
Happy birthday, Jacoby, and happy birthday to Lincoln Dot, turning 5 in Chintry today, too.
Tracy Hudson has a birthday in Cave Springs.
And finally, I get to use my Italian, I think, for this.
All right, let's see it.
Gabrielle Dombole.
Okay.
Turning 1 year old today in Farmington. All right, so the randomizer is going to pick a winner for us. Gabrielle Meehan.
There we go. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.